sits the city that was once so full of folk. She's become like a widow bent beneath a heavy yoke. The princess of the provinces, the queen of every land, is now a lonely captive in a dark and hollow hand. She weeps aloud in darkness, and her tears are on her cheek. Among all of her lovers, there is no one left to speak. Her friends have all betrayed her, they've become her bitter foe, while she wanders through the ruins in the shadows of her woe. Judah's gone to exile, under suffering and toil. She dwells among the nations, far away from holy soil. All who hunt her found her where the narrow passes meet, and there is no more music in the middle of the street. The roads to Zion mourn, for the feasts are at an end. No one walks the mountain paths to find a holy friend. Her gates are all deserted, and her priests begin to groan, while her maidens are in grief, and she is left to sit alone. Her foes have become masters, and her enemies they thrive. For the Lord has brought her grief, because her sins were all alive. Her children have been led away as captives to the east, while the glory of the daughter has continually ceased. In the days of her affliction, she remembers all the gold, the pleasant things she cherished in the happy days of old, when her people fell to enemies and no one gave a hand. The adversaries mocked at the ruin of her land. Jerusalem has sinned, and she's become an unclean thing. All who honored her despise her, and the sorrow that she'll bring. She herself groans deeply, and she turns her face away, for her filthiness is clinging to her skirts in open day. All the people groan and sigh, they're searching for some bread, trading jewels for a morsel just to keep from being dead. Look, O Lord, and see, she cries, how vile I have become. In the ashes of my palace and the silence of my home. Is it nothing to you, all you travelers passing by? Look and see if there is sorrow like the sorrow in my eye, which was brought upon me in the day of his fierce heat, when the Lord sent down a fire to my bones and to my feet. He has spread a net before me, he has turned me back again. He has made me quite faint-hearted in the middle of my pain. The yoke of my transgressions is bound fast by his own hand. I have no strength to rise up and to take a final stand. For these things I am weeping, and my eyes they run with rain. For a comforter is far from me to take away the pain. My children are all desolate, the enemy is strong, and there is no one left to right the heavy, bitter wrong. Zion spreads her hands, but there is no one there to cheer. The neighbors have become like a thing that people fear. The Lord is righteous truly, for I rebelled against His word. But listen, all you people, to the mourning that is heard. I am the man who's seen affliction by His rod of wrath. He has driven me and made me walk a dark and sunless path. He has built a wall around me so that I cannot escape. He has made my chains so heavy like a dark and iron drape. Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope to stay. The steadfast love of Yahweh never ceases for a day. His mercies never come to end, they're new with every morn. Great is your faithfulness to the weary and the worn. The Lord is my portion, says my soul in every trial. Therefore I will hope in Him through every weary mile. The Lord is good to those who wait, to the soul that seeks His face. It is good to wait in silence for the saving of His grace.